There was a chill in the air, and it was early in the morning in London. Yes, the city was alive. The sun rose out of the clouds. It was shining brightly on Buckingham Palace and the rest of the city and streets. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, had made up her mind to take a stroll alone. She was dressed in a navy coat and a cream-coloured scarf. She wore her most favourite comfortable boots. The air was fresh, cool for an early morning stroll, away from the hustle of the palace-started king's business. These were the moments Kate especially enjoyed, when they were beyond the glare of the royal field. It allowed her to simply appreciate the feel of the city, the air, and the pleasure of the moment. Thoughts of her family and work during the week that awaited her distracted her from her surroundings, and she strode along the cobblestone streets. But then, I remember, something popped out of her mind. Beside the road, she saw one small puppy. He was a small-sized dog, unkempt, shivering, and with dirty, unsleeked hairs all over its body. Paul was a tiny dog and looked rather awkward, or might even be out of place, not to mention near the Buckingham Palace. That looked like that because it had found itself in a world that was larger than it. Kate's heart immediately went out to the puppy. She crouched down and called out softly, "Hey there, little one. What are you doing here all alone?" The puppy stood still and stared at her with two large brown eyes. It seemed scared but curious. For a second, the noises of the tourists, the soft, distant melody of a violin's music drifting by the Aegean Sea, the palace guards, vanished and left Kate alone. Now there was only the puppy in front of her to focus on. In response, Kate extended her hand out and said gently, consultative, "Please don't be afraid with me, it's okay, I won't harm you." The puppy did not know how to proceed, but it tried to move forward, and then it walked a little. After a few moments it was quite close to her that she could begin caress its head. Kate saw that the puppy was thin, scruffy, and though there was nothing major wrong with its coat, there were certain signs, like visible skin, a thin layer of fur and a red scratch on the paw. "Oh, you poor thing," she whispered. "Seems like you've had quite a rough week." One of the palace guards came closer and looked worried. "Your Royal Highness, is everything all right?" he wondered while seeing a puppy. Kate smiled gently at him to comfort him. "Yes, thank you. This little one is lost and needs some help." The guard observed that he could take the puppy herself, but Kate just shook her head. "No, thank you. I'll take care of it." She picked the puppy gingerly and embraced the little animal to her bosom. The dog did not struggle. Instead, it got as close to her as it can, while sleeping is its way of feeling protected. As Kate walked back toward the palace, people stopped and watched. Some recognised her as the Princess of Wales, while others admired the tender moment. One person whispered to their friend, "She's so down to earth, isn't she? Just like one of us." Once back at the palace, Kate made sure the puppy was comfortable. She had the staff set up a warm spot by the fire with a soft blanket and a basket. The royal chef prepared some chicken for the puppy to eat. Kate cleaned the dog's fur and checked its paw, making sure it was okay. The puppy, now calm, drank water and wagged its tail faintly, beginning to relax under Kate's care. Kate decided to name the puppy Lucky. It felt like the right name, given how their paths had crossed by chance. Sitting by the fire, watching the puppy curl up in its bed, Kate felt a sense of peace. It was a reminder of the simple joys in life and the unexpected connections that could be made through kindness. The next morning, Kate set out to find the puppy's owners. She had her team contact local shelters and vets to see if anyone had reported a missing dog. She also asked the palace social media team to post a discreet message about the puppy, hoping to find its family without drawing too much attention to herself. Despite her efforts to keep it private, news spread quickly. Pictures of Kate holding the puppy outside the palace were shared online, and headlines like "Princess and the Pup" went viral. People were moved by the story, and many shared their own experiences of rescuing animals. A few days later, Kate got the good news. A local vet had found that the puppy, now called Lucky, was microchipped. The chip led them to a family who had reported their dog, Max, missing a few weeks earlier. The family was overwhelmed with emotion when they found out that their dog had been found by the Princess of Wales. Kate arranged for the family to meet their beloved dog at Buckingham Palace. When the reunion happened, it was nothing short of magical. Max, now healthy and clean, immediately recognized his family. His tail wagged furiously as he jumped into their arms, and they were overcome with joy and gratitude. Tears flowed freely as they hugged their dog, thanking Kate for bringing him back to them. Kate spent time talking with the family, hearing about how much Max meant to them. She also discussed ways to support local animal shelters and help more animals in need. The experience made her realize the importance of using her platform to make a difference for animals everywhere. Inspired by the positive response, Kate launched a new initiative focused on animal welfare. She partnered with shelters to raise awareness about pet adoption, fundraise for stray animal care, and teach people about responsible pet ownership. The initiative, named Lucky's Legacy, quickly gained support and became a symbol of hope for animals in need across the UK. Months later, Kate found herself reflecting on that quiet walk she had taken. Sitting by her window, she watched the city lights sparkle in the distance. She thought about how one small act of kindness had grown into something bigger than she could have imagined. Lucky, the little puppy she had found by chance, had not only found his way back to his family, but had also inspired a movement to help animals in need. Kate smiled to herself, realizing that sometimes the most ordinary moments could lead to extraordinary outcomes. Her encounter with Lucky had taught her that even the smallest act of kindness could change the world. It reminded her that, in a busy life, it's the simple acts of compassion and connection that truly matter. In the end, the story of Kate Middleton and the little puppy Lucky teaches us a profound lesson about the power of kindness and the impact of small, seemingly insignificant actions. What began as a simple walk in the crisp autumn air turned into a life-changing moment, not just for the puppy, but for Kate, the family, and the countless individuals inspired by her compassionate act. It's a reminder that even in our busy lives, we can make a difference with a simple gesture, a moment of empathy, a willingness to help, or a small act of care. Sometimes these moments can lead to something much larger, creating ripples that touch many lives. Kate's unexpected encounter with Lucky illustrates how kindness transcends boundaries, reminding us that the world can always use more compassion, connection, and care for those in need, whether they are humans or animals. Through her actions, Kate also shows us the importance of using one's platform and privilege to support causes that matter, turning personal experiences into broader movements for change. Lucky's legacy became a beacon of hope for animals in need, proving that one act of kindness can spark a wave of positive change that reaches far beyond what we could ever imagine. Ultimately, this story teaches us that the most ordinary moments can be extraordinary if we approach them with an open heart and a willingness to make the world a little bit better for someone else. If you enjoyed the story and found it meaningful, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps us reach more people. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts and the lessons you've learned in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else.